Hey everyone, Logan and Nick here from OnePlus Productions. We're going to be doing a battle report today. Just testing out one of the Adepticon primer missions with some lists that we're toying around with. So I've got my Tau here today against Nick's Daemons. He's going to be using some of the new Demon stuff that isn't out yet, but we've got a pretty solid handle on what the rules are, so we should be okay with that. We're going to be playing Mission 2 from the Adepticon pack, which is Divide and Conquer. So it's 2 objectives, one right there, and one over here. So it's 18 inches in from the table edge and 20 inches over from the board edge. For contesting or controlling the one closer to you, for each player respectively, you get 2 points for controlling, 1 point for contesting. And for the one further away, you get 4 points for controlling or 2 points for contesting. So that means, from my perspective, that one is worth 4 and 2, that one is worth 2 and 1, and the exact opposite from Nick's perspective. So our table's a little sparse here, as you can see. We've got some solid terrain, like it's big pieces, and we got this, again, beautiful fat mat from Frontline Gaming. So the Adepticon setup is 5 to 7 pieces of terrain on bases, and that's effectively what we've done here. So again, it looks a little sparse, but we'll see what it's like. If any of you have been to Adepticon events and have a better handle on how the terrain setup is, please let us know, because we want to get as close to it as we can, but I think this is pretty reasonable given the dimensions they outlined in the pack. With that, we'll take a look over the armies and come back. First up, we've got my Tau. So I'm running a combined arms detachment led by a commander. He's got the toughness 5 armor, 2 up armor save, feel no pain, and drone controller, along with 2 marker drones. He is joining up with a unit of 5 marker drones in there. I've got 2 units of 5 fire warriors, or strike team, I guess. I've got 2 Stormsurges with burst cannons, pulse driver cannon, feel no pain, they always have that, but feel no pain, 4+ invulnerable, interceptor, and the painted one here has precision shots. And then we've got a Riptide wing with 3 identical Riptides running burst cannons, smart missile systems, interceptor, and feel no pain. Be back with Nick's Demon. All right, Nick, walk us through your list here.
All right, so I'm sorry it's not painted. Literally just been buying this, like probably just bought it, and I'm still borrowing some of Logan's stuff. So I'm running a combined arms detachment of Demons and a allied detachment of Chaos Space Marines. This is a list we're toying with for the upcoming Can Hammer Team Tournament. So the CAD for Demons, Fate Weaver is the Warlord, a Herald with the Grimoire. He's a Mastery level 3 on a disc with 7 Screamers. I got 2 Demon Princes. One's got the new 3++ armor, a gift, and Mastery level 3. The other one's got a gift, Mastery level 2, and Warpforged armor. A unit of 11 horrors and a unit of 10 horrors. And then as a part of the Chaos Space Marines, I got Be'lakor as the HQ and 10 cultists.
And then, what do you got there, 7 Screamers?
Yeah, sorry, 7 Screamers as well.
And what did you roll for your psychic powers and gifts, Nick?
All right, so they rolled, I get a Herald. They rolled, I get a Herald. He rolled Cursed Earth, so that's all that really matters.
And to get a Herald.
Oh yeah, and get a Herald. He rolled Iron Arm.
Yeah, Iron Arm, Enfeeble.
Psychic Shriek.
Yep.
He's Fate Weaver, so he got...
basically everything.
Yeah, basically everything. He knows everything on telepathy, and he got Iron Arm, I think, and Psychic Shriek.
Iron Arm and Life Leech or something.
Yeah, something like that.
There's Iron Arm and Life Leech on that guy, and then Shriek.
Okay.
He's got Iron Arm and Shriek.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be nasty. And then the gift on the guy over here with the 3++, he's got +1 wound and it will not die.
Yeah, this guy's gift... So to balance it out, got the 3+ armor, but he's already got 3+ armor, so oh well.
All right, so going into this, we're going to do our deployment, and then we'll come back to see who's going to get first turn. We are here after deployment. So on the Tau side, we've got 5 Fire Warriors in this ruin here near the objective on my close side. We've got the 3 Riptides lining the back, 2 Stormsurges right in front, 5 more Fire Warriors in these ruins, just out of 12 from that one actually, I think. Yeah. Because I can't deploy near it. And then in the back corner here, we've got my Warlord and the drones. And I went back here so that Nick's Screamers cannot possibly turbo boost over them turn 1 without... And they can't even get close up being in a very precarious position. So for Nick's deployment, there's not a lot on the table, despite him having the choice here. So we've got the very much unkillable Demon Prince. We've got Be'lakor. We have the Screamers with the Herald. And 1 unit of horrors. So with that, Nick, who do you want to have first turn?
I want to go first, please.
You want to go first? I'm going to try to seize. I'm going to use one of Nick's fancy casino dice here, just so we know there's no bias. That is not a seize.
Thank God.
We will be back after Daemons turn 1. All right, we're here at the end of game turn 1. We did forget to film Nick's turn, so we'll just do turn-by-turn recaps for this, I guess. So Nick, walk us through your turn 1.
Okay, I initially moved these guys up to come within range of the objective. These guys went over here to contest, and then initially Bellacore and Zinch Force 1 was going after the marker drones. You can see Bellacore is done, so Logan will mention, but my mindset was to go and kill the marker drones, and I didn't. I ran out of dice before I got there because I really wanted to invis those guys and give them their 2+ reroll. The issue is he was able to score a lot of 6s when he hit Bellacore with his marker lights, and then he was able to increase the ballistic skill on all his guys and shoot him out of the sky. Hindsight, now realizing that they're only 36-inch range, next time I'll probably just move them out of range. There's no sense in, it's either kill them or just stay out of their range. So I think it would have been much better if I had just brought everything here, keep them outside of their range and whatnot. But anyway, live and learn. Is only my second game with Daemons, so other than that, I got Cursed Earth and Invis on them, so he wasn't able to score any wounds.
And Grimoire?
And Grimoire, yep. So it's not able to score any wounds. So other than that, I lost Bellacore. It's a big loss, but you know what? Last game, I lost Bellacore turn 1 as well, and still managed to make a game of it. So we don't need him. So anyway, yeah. So I'll go on to what Logan did.
Sure. So on the Tau side, I just moved my marker drones over to this corner here to shoot into Bellacore. As Nick said, I rolled super hot. I got 4 6s out of the 7 drones, so a little bit of luck there. For the Riptides, they were all basically lining the board edge. I moved them around just a little bit to get them all in range of Bellacore. Ripple fired all of them, so they were all firing their SMS twice. Moved my Stormsurges up to give me a good bit of direction on either side here I decided to go to. They are within 12 of this objective, so I'm not even contesting it because the pink horrors are there, but it is what it is for now. Over on this side, my Fire Warriors stayed still because currently they're denying that objective for the top of Nick's turn. So I'll get some points off that. Well, potentially. He's probably going to kill them, but we'll see what happens. Either way, he doesn't get points, and that's the important thing.
We contest, so we each get points.
You're not objective secured, I am.
Shit, you're right.
Yep. So with that, I did some jump moves, moved these guys around to try to get them in a scenario where if Nick Vector strikes, actually it really didn't matter because he only gets 1 hit, so I shouldn't have even bothered. But I'll try to minimize the casualties from Flicker Fire or Shriek as well with that. Riptides jumped, just basically moved over here, so wherever the Demon Prince goes, I'm going to have range on him with all of my weapons, which will be nice. And that was it. So with that, we will go into turn 2, so we'll be back at the end of turn 2. We're here at the end of turn 2. Nick, what happened for the Demons?
I moved up Zinch Force 1. He came to the ground. I tried to cast Iron Arm. Here's a lesson. If you really need a spell, throw more than a couple of dice at it.
Yeah, I think you threw 5 at it, but you only got it off on 1.
Shit, that's right. So anyways,
I denied it, for the record.
yeah, so he denied Iron Arm, which would have given me +3 toughness and would totally have played a role.
Yep,
Otherwise,
huge one.
Huge, because otherwise he would still be alive and then be a nuisance here. Anyway, but he still did a decent job. He Psychic Shrieked the general's unit that failed their leadership test and ran off.
Yep.
Points-wise, they're not worth that much, but the marker lights is just infinite.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I now have no D weapons instead of 8.
No D weapon instead of 8, and he's not increasing his ballistic skill against my flying units, which is nice.
It's big.
It's big. So, but anyways, he'll explain. These guys are just hanging around out of line of sight as much as they can just to keep contesting this objective because their objective secured. In my psychic phase, Herald created Herald, which is hanging out behind here. He took the new gift where I get to switch dice. And the reason I did that is because he gets Flicker Fire normally, and I took Psychic Shriek. So both of which I can just automatically throw a die at and get it.
certain number of dice, but yes.
Well, they're both like for the first level.
For level 1 flicker fire.
Yeah, for level 2 flicker fire, all I need to do is throw 3 dice at it. It's guaranteed.
Exactly.
So that's kind of nice to have that kind of guaranteed shooting, and he's BS4. So
Yep, solid.
So that was pretty solid. Fady came in. He psychic shrieked these guys, killed a bunch of them.
Yep, killed 4 of them.
And he's trying to stay out of line of sight. He's flying. These guys then killed the remainder by zooming over them, and he's cursed Earth. So they're not invis, but the 2-up rerollable invul save because
It's pretty good, right?
It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm liking it. So that's keeping me alive. We lost Singe Force 1 this turn, but you know what? We'll honor his memory.
Yeah, so the Tau, so for Nick's reserves, he got in it was Fady and the Cultists, that was it.
Yeah, I didn't get my other guy.
So in the Tau turn, we killed Zinch Force 1, I guess it was, the big beefy one with the 3+. So he's gone, as we discussed. Did some smart missiles into the Cultists, forced them to take a leadership test, which they failed, and they were just shy of running off the board, so we'll see if they rally in Nick's turn 3. I moved my Fire Warriors up, so I'll at least be contesting that at the beginning of the turn with OBSEC versus OBSEC. And as I found out, and this will be fun for anybody going to Adepticon, if you have 2 Stormsurges, or say 2 Knights, anything on this base, you can actively deny both objectives if your opponent doesn't have OBSEC, which is pretty nasty.
Well, these guys are OBSEC.
Those are OBSEC. I'm just, in general, if there isn't OBSEC, this is pretty good. So, we'll see what happens. Nick's going to have some OBSEC coming in, but with both of these, they are denied right now, so Nick's going to get no points at the top of his turn. That said, going into turn 2, where are we on scores, Nick?
All right, objectives, I've got 2, you've got none.
On primary, yep.
You've got 4 kill points, I've got 6.
Yep.
And we each got a tertiary.
Because you have Warlord and I have First Blood.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we'll be back at the end of turn 3. End of turn 3 here. Nick, what happened for the Demons?
This guy came on and my horrors, so I put them in here to do OBSEC, but I wasn't too smart. I actually, the whole game I've been trying to keep outside of assault range, and I just forgot about that when it came to the horrors, so Logan will explain to you what happened when I forgot to keep them outside of assault range. Otherwise, I've been just trying to pick off his OBSEC units and fly around and just be a nuisance holding the objectives, because before that happened, I was up on the objective points, so.
On primary, anyway.
Yeah, on primary.
Which you still are. I'm way ahead on kill points now, I think.
Yeah, you're ahead on kill points. There's not really much I can do to win kill points, so I just gotta try to keep basically winning. I just gotta keep up the objective play.
Yes, sir.
So that's about it. Other than that, not much. Trying to pluck off wounds. The horrors plucked off a wound on him when they got into combat.
Yep, down to 7.
And that's really it.
Yeah, so Tau turn, I hail fired. You can imagine how that went. There are no horrors or cultists left over there, nor is there a herald there. Storm surges, I shot 1 burst cannon to the demon prince, missed everything. 1 burst cannon into the horrors and killed 1, which is exactly what I was hoping for to keep my 7-inch charge. All the smart missiles and everything went into the dudes here. And we actually made a little mistake here. Fate Weaver did have his 2-up reroll the whole time. Nick had forgotten to roll his Warp Storm until halfway through my shooting phase. Actually, very close to the end. I let him have it anyway, but we just basically carried on the saves from there. So I wouldn't have shot anything at him. Either way, he only took 1 wound and he passed his grounding test, so he's fine. We shot a bunch, or 2 big templates at these guys. Did nothing, unsurprisingly, because they have a 2-up reroll as well. But other than that, basically we've got 2 to 3 turns now to grind it out, so you can pull ahead on primary and see what Nick can kill with psychic powers and whatnot. So with that, we'll be back at the end of turn 4. Okay, we are here at the end of turn 3. Nick, what happened in the demon's turn?
I moved this demon prince over. I put him on the, was it hovering or something?
Gliding.
Gliding?
Yeah.
To try to contest this objective over here. I didn't roll enough of a run move to get within. At the same time, for some reason I thought that these guys would have to move through cover to get this way, but I guess the base
over here. Slide right through there.
The base fits through, so that was a mistake because then he was able to charge. Other than that, keep these guys within contesting range over here. Yeah, other than that, not an awful lot left. I was doing okay at the beginning of the game. We're going to turn 5. But losing units, some silly mistakes means that it's going to bite me in the ass later, but that's all right. I'm learning how to play them, and we'll see what happens.
Cool. So Tau turn, Riptide's all Nova charge for Ripple Fire. Tried to shoot at the Demon Prince, I think did a single wound. Nothing crazy. Stormsurge shot all their smart missiles, cluster missiles at him, did 1 wound. Shot a whole bunch of the rest over at the Screamers and did absolutely nothing. Didn't do anything at Fate Weaver because there's no point to reroll. There's no point for either, I suppose. Yeah, and unfortunately, this is a good lesson in pre-measuring, is if you can fit through gaps, fit through gaps. So, Storm Surges were able to move over, charge the Demon Prince, and stomp him out on a 6. Riptides jumped over here, so unfortunately we've got a situation now where I'm pretty much going to be able to hold this uncontested, or if Nick tries to move over and contest it, I'm going to be able to charge my Storm Surges into his Screamers, which is going to be not a lot of fun for him. Fate Weaver's also positioned himself where he either has to fly this way or go off the board this turn. If he's going to stay flying, or he's going to go on the ground and eat some Strength 10 blasts, so hopefully Nick does the right choice. With that, the score right now, I think I get an extra 2 on that. So primary is 5 points for me to 8 points for Nick.
Yeah.
Secondary, I've got 14, because we got the 2 extra for the Demon Prince.
Yeah.
To Nick's 6.
Yeah.
And then tertiary, we're still tied 1-1. He's got Warlord, I've got Linebreaker, or pardon me, First Blood. And with that, we're going to go into Demons turn 4, and actually we'll be back turn 5. Oh, this was turn 4. Okay, so we're going into turn 5, and we'll be back at the possibly the end of the game. Here at the end of turn 5, Nick, what did the Demons do?
Well, it's not an awful lot because all I had was fading these guys. So if you remember, these guys were over here. So I parked them super close. I was psychic shrieking them. I was hoping to get one guy on like 1 wound or something. And then with their strength 5 AP2 attacks, I could come in and like take 1 out. So then it would give me 2 extra points for killing, like taking wounds off a Gargantuan, plus it would give me 2 for a kill point.
Yep.
So I thought it was significant. Didn't do anything. I was rolling low on the Psychic Shriek, so anyways I had to pull them back because I didn't want to lose them. Otherwise, I also, in a bit of trickery, I'm kind of proud of myself, I summoned a Herald who turbo boosted over here to prevent Logan from getting the 5 points for this objective.
4 points, but yeah.
4 points. So anyways, he ended up killing the Herald, which was worth 2, but it meant that I
guess it all came out in the wash, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, because I got 2 points for killing him.
Yeah.
And I got 3 points for scoring instead of getting 5 points. So I got 5 points instead of 5 points.
I guess it did nothing. It's done nothing. Well, how many you get for contesting this? That was 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, so I got 2 points for that. 1 point for contesting that.
No, I mean, but this side, right? The whole purpose of preventing you...
Yeah, I would have gotten 4 points, but if you didn't summon the guy, I would have gotten 5 points total.
Yeah.
But instead I got 3 points for the objectives.
Yeah.
And then 2 points for the kill points, so it still came out to 5.
Oh, well, anyways, I miscalculated. I thought it was pretty smart, but I guess not. Anyway, so I didn't do much.
It was not a bad tactic to deny points. It's just that the kill points are so high in this mission that there's a trade-off.
Yeah. And well, with that... So knowing that now, I would have kept him here and used his free Psychic Shriek shit, but anyway.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're gonna roll to see if the game continues or ends.
Yeah. One more turn, turn 6.
That's bad for me.
We'll be back at the end of the game, guys. Into turn 6, Nick, walk us through it.
Well, there's not an awful lot left. He's kind of, got me stuck in a corner here, so I'm just keeping these guys within 12 inches of contestation of the objective, but outside of hopefully the assault range of the Storm Surges. While Fate Weaver's just shooting magic at them, trying to best, I pulled off a couple of wounds, so I was able to score a secondary point.
Yep.
Might help me mitigate my loss. Other than that, that's about it. I didn't really summon anything because I didn't want to give him the
Kill points.
Kill points, yeah, and I got lucky with Fate Weaver's rerolling. He took about 6 or 7 wounds and
Passed all of them.
passed all of them. 3 up, rerolling 1, so.
I don't know if I did my Ripple Fire. My problem though. Yeah, so I Ripple Fired with all my Riptides. I don't think I actually rolled them though, but whatever, it's too late. So all the smart missiles from them, all of the shooting from these guys, except for one burst cannon, and of course the large blasts, went into Fate Weaver, did nothing. Nick rolled some hot saves. Shot a burst cannon to these guys, did nothing, which is what I hoped. I was hoping for a 9-inch charge to get in and maybe stomp some out and force some instability tests, but no such luck, failed my charge with 4 inches. Nick, you want to see if we're playing at turn 7? We are not. All right. Good game, sir.
Good game.
Left-handed handshake.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back for a quick recap afterwards. We are here at the end of the game. Again, it was my Tau against Nick's Demons. Your second game with Demons. Yeah, Nick doesn't like my Tau too much. So what were your thoughts on... Oh, first off, the result was, since we were doing Adepticon, it was differential, so we added up all the points from primary, secondary, whatever. And it was based off 15 past that. So I won by 9 points. So I had 31 to your 22. Yeah. So I won by 9. So I got 15 plus 9, and Nick got 15 minus 9. So 24 to 6. Mm-hmm. So what were your thoughts going into that? Or going into the game, halfway through, things were looking pretty good for you.
Yeah.
And then what happened towards the end?
Well, I made mistakes, still kind of learning how to play Demons and play against Tal, though that's basically the big army I play against. I find like I struggle against like an army with just so much shooting. Anyway.
The smart missiles are your bane, man.
Yeah, they are. Smart missiles fucking kill me. But anyway, so at the beginning, the big mistake I did, so I had in my head, kill the marker drones. But then basically, as I parked up in front of them, like I sent Be'lakor and my big demon prince towards the marker drones. Almost immediately after rolling the first psychic shriek that did nothing, or that I failed to do, I asked him what was the range on the marker drones, 36. So it immediately clicked to me, while I could have actually just deployed on the other side of the table and avoided them for most of the game.
Yeah.
Or at least not commit Be'lakor to them, because Be'lakor in combination with Buddy with 3-up, reroll, invul save, and it will not die could have been a nice kind of anti-Riptide thing. Anyway, so that was one mistake. Halfway through the game, it was looking good. But the problem was I was starting to lose my OBSEC units, and another big mistake over there of keeping my horrors in range to be assaulted by the Stormsurges meant I lost a couple of turns on scoring that full objective. But yeah, it was a difficult game because Logan has the Stormsurges and Riptides that are difficult to kill with Demons. It was hard to rack up the kill points. Like aside from killing the little troop choices that you have.
You got my Fire Warriors, and then you got my Commander, and those are I'm
Yeah.
split up with what, like 8? Yeah, 8 kill points.
Yeah, like aside from killing them, it was really tough to pluck off wounds from anything else. So I feel like I'm getting better. Well, getting better, it's 2 games. I definitely did better this game than last game.
You know your mechanics a lot better.
Yeah, I know the mechanics a lot better. But yeah, it's just I'm an aggressive player, and I think I just have to be a bit more patient with Demons.
Yeah, Demons is a lot of sitting back, pre-measuring everything, and being on the absolute max range so that you can optimize those engagements.
Yeah.
I think one of the big things you can do in this mission specifically, because of the way the objectives are placed, is you've got an easy access to Cursed Earth on your Herald, at least. Mm-hmm. And because Life Leech can heal him as well, what you can basically do is, you guys can't see this, but this is basically the center of the table right here, is you can plop your Herald down here, and you can put guys within Cursed Earth that'll be controlling both the objectives.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, my
So
Screamer Star could have essentially just... Yeah, but at the same time, you would have been trying to assault and stuff.
I would have been trying to assault you, but you've got some ways around it. But it would also mean that your Demon Princes, and specifically Be'lakor, would have been a lot more durable.
Yeah.
Because Be'lakor, if he doesn't have a better invulnerable save, he's just sitting on a 4+, right?
Yeah.
So basically, as long as I hit him, I'm going to wound 50% of the time.
Yeah.
So, because I ignore his Jink with all my smart missiles, and I can fire my smart missiles up to 16 per Riptide if I Hailfire, which is
Yeah, that was nuts.
But, I mean, the 4 marker whites on him really helped. I think realistically, he probably would have died pretty early anyway, because he's my prime target in this list. He can't buff his invulnerable save too much unless he's in Cursed Earth or you Grimoire him.
If he didn't, if he hadn't died that turn, I probably would have just flown him off. Just like, okay.
Yeah, and just bring him back in later on.
But yeah, definitely I got to get a little bit more careful with playing with Be'lakor. Yeah, there's a lot of cogs to this list that if a couple things break, then I lose a lot of the effectiveness.
Yeah, and that's one of the things as well with the Demon Princes, right? You only have so much room to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But when they get in, oh man, like if you saw our last battle report, me against Nick,
Yeah.
that one Demon Prince that I got too close to, I didn't do the right Nova charge, just slaughtered 2 of my Riptides.
Yeah,
no questions, killed them.
Yeah, love that guy.
Yeah.
He's basically hiding in that little room. And as soon as a Reptile kind of misstepped and was like, "Oh, where am I?" He came out and just slaughtered them.
Yeah.
People don't like I read a lot on hear a lot about the flying monster creature spam isn't so good anymore. Maybe that's true. There are better players that say that than I do, but I like it.
I think you've seen in both these games the concern about them though, which is it's really hard to score.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to get test against them, and if they're flying, they're not doing anything. They're just doing psychic powers. So if you can mitigate that, whether it's by saves or by movement, it becomes a lot harder.
Well, I think against Tau in particular, though, I think probably in this situation, Tau is probably one of the strongest armies against my list because of your line of sight ignoring shenanigans and you're ignoring cover shenanigans.
Yeah. If my smart missiles need a line of sight, this game would have been completely different.
Well, that's right, because I could have just hid my horrors in here and just contesting. Yeah. So I think if I played like an Eldar or like a lot of other armies, it would have been slightly different. Well, maybe not Eldar, but like a lot of other armies would have been slightly different. But anyway, what do you think?
I think you hit the nail on the head with everything you said. It was not a great. Well, you had all the psychic powers needed going into this.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for failing Iron Arm on your Demon Prince early on, he probably would have lived a lot longer.
Yeah.
Denying that was clutch, but I mean, you rolled 1 success on 5 dice.
Yeah.
So there's not too much you can do.
If he would have got Iron Arm off, I was hoping Iron Arm. He probably wouldn't have suffered 1 or more wounds than that.
Yeah.
And then he was going Riptide hunting.
Yeah, I think with that guy running that 3++, you have to keep him near the guy who can give him Cursed Earth. Because otherwise, it's just going to be volume of fire on him every game. Because as soon as you roll that 2, not only do you take the wound, take the grounding test, take the leadership test.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of chances to hurt him or kill him with that.
Yeah.
For my setup, this is the first time I've been running 2 Stormsurges, at least for Battle Report. I've played 1 other game with them. And went about how I thought it would. It's the Fire Warriors suck. Like, they're coming on, they're going to die, pretty much regardless if they come on early game. I prefer running Kroot, but I can't fit it with this. I have to considerably change the list. And of course there is the weakness, you kill the marker whites, things get a lot worse, but there's still so much volume of fire in this, so much stuff it's twin linked, the burst cannons, the smart missiles. Smart missiles over here, ripple firing, hail firing and ripple firing. It's a bit ridiculous, so
it's hard to deal with.
Yeah, there's a lot for it, but anyway, that's what it was. The final scores, as you said, the breakdown was 33-22. I had
24-6. Yeah.
what did I have? 16 on
Kill points.
13 on primary, which is the scoring. To your 13. So I tied there actually. I had 16 on kill points to your. Actually, our score is wrong.
Why?
Because you should have 8 on kill points. Because you got 2 units of Fire Warriors, Commander, and drones.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, it's a 22-8 instead of a 24-6. There you go. So I had 16 on kill points to your 8, and then I had 2 on tertiary, 2 on Linebreaker and First Blood to your Linebreaker, Warlord, and Attrition.
Yeah.
Which is the wounds on the super heavies.
Oh, not too bad. There's a kill points that did me in.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the really hard thing with summoning, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be a bit more careful. All right, but you know what? To be honest, though, so the big reason why now you're seeing me play Demons in the last couple of weeks, my hobby ADD kicked in, and I went on GW's site, racked up a cart, ordered in Demons. Logan was nice enough to lend me his Demons, so we'll mix them up together. So we're going to the Canhammer team tournament, and so we got, I think, a Battle Company right now.
Give it away. secrets. Yeah, no, we got. Yeah, was it? It's, you running Daemons. I'm running Tau in some form. We got a battle company, which may turn into something else, but probably Space Marines.
Yeah.
And we got Necrons.
And Necrons. So before I was playing Grey Knights, so we had 3 strong books and then Grey Knights. And Grey Knights are great, except they rely strongly on allies to fill in gaping holes. And one of the big ones is maybe like Centurions or something. And because we possibly are running Space Marines, we just couldn't come up with a good Grey Knight other than the 6 Dread Knight list. But then that's got a lot of
It's a hefty investment. It's got some counters as well.
Yeah, it's got some counters. So I've been looking for an excuse to buy Daemons anyways, so
there you go.
Hey, so look for the Scarbrand model soon.
Anyway, that's our game. Thanks for watching. As always, if you like what you see, subscribe to our channel here. We are in the midst of rebranding things. We were One Plus Armor. We're now One Plus Productions.
Yeah.
We've absorbed a couple things. We'll do a video on that otherwise. But, we got the Can Hammer podcast is part of us now. It's its own thing as well, but it's part of One Plus Productions.
Yeah,
And for 40k, we're playing on Team Can Hammer for ITC now. But our club is still One Plus Armor, or One Plus Productions, I suppose. So if you see us at Adepticon, it's going to be it's going to be Team Can Hammer there because it's going to be an ITC event. So
the One Plus Armor, I think, plays into it's gonna have like a legacy thing to it.
Yeah, so all our Age of Sigmar stuff and probably like Kings of War, Ninth Age is all going to go into that name.
And if ever there's like, for example, a team event where One Plus Productions is sending more than one team, well, the primary team is Team Can Hammer, and the secondary team is Team One Plus Armor.
Yeah, so we'll be One Plus Armor at Can Hammer team tournament, for example. But anyway, that's we'll cover it in a separate video. Again, if you like what you see, subscribe. Check out our websites, oneplusarmor.com, and soon also oneplusproductions.com.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitter. You're OnePlusNick.
Yep.
Number 1, and then PLUS. And I'm OnePlus Logan. If you really like what you see and you want to support us, we do appreciate anything you can give us. We've got a Patreon page over down there, patreon.com/oneplusarmor. You can donate as little as $1 a month or as much as you want. There's various perks, give you dice, t-shirts.
100,000 a month if you want.
Yeah.
You know, any billionaires watching us.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But anyway, dice, t-shirts, tournament entry, all that kind of fun stuff. All of our content is free. It always will be free. It's just if you want to help us out.
Yeah.
Past that, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more battle reports.